So I'm just gonna record a really boring video. So basically, I'm trying to get in contact with Grant Neate. He won't talk to me. Um, Basically, from my understanding, because I don't actually know why. Um, so we were together for approximately almost 6 years. Um, uh, he ended it with me basically like, okay, so we were friends for a while. Found out about him dating, whatever. I asked him to, after a few weeks of not talking, I asked him to, get clean and talk to me. He said he would. He did. I was pretty shocked because I learned there was a lot more than I had known about. However, I didn't get into, well, like later, I didn't get into that with him. I was trying to process it on my own. The next day, I had said, "Hey, can I still talk to you about this business thing?" He said, "Yeah, I'll talk to you in a week." The next day, he said, "I can't talk to you about business stuff because you're going to think I'm still in a relationship with you, so I'm not going to talk to you again," which was false. I wasn't, I wouldn't have thought that. But also, um, he had started flirting with me um, right before I found out about his dating things. So it's sort of like he cut me off for like, which was hurtful to me, like he cut me off blaming me for something that he did, so which I never would have, like, had we talked a week later, like, I was done, because obviously he had just confessed all this stuff to me, telling me about, even times back in December when, like, we were still together, that he'd gone on dating apps. So he was honest. That was great. That was all good. Like, it's good to be honest. But at that point, like, I was done. Like, I was done. I didn't want any more relationship. Hello. And why would I want a relationship with you anymore? Obviously, you probably knew that. Maybe, I don't know. But at the same, like, obviously, like, okay, I'm an empathetic person. I still loved him as a person. It doesn't mean I want a relationship with him anymore. And Grant, if you're saying this, it just means that, like, yeah, sure, I still love you, but, like, it doesn't mean I want a relationship. It just means I love you. Like, I can say that. I don't care. I love you. I love you. I love you. But I don't want a relationship because of what had transpired. Anyway, um, so the next day, after telling me all that stuff, and we had some text messages back and forth that were friendly that night, which was cool. Like, that's okay, cool. Leave it at that, like, just leave it at that. But then the next day he said, "I'm not going to talk to you next week because you're just going to think we're in a relationship if I talk to you." Completely false. Totally false. Wrong. But for him to say that to me was just hurtful. And at the same time, when he sent that to me, I was in the middle of my Sunday afternoon. I was processing this on my own. I was having a couple of beers. I was like in my head, like fucking in shit. And I was pissed when he sent this to me. And I was like, fuck you. You were just fucking using me anyway. And just fucking, right? Fucking. And I was upset. And I had never acted out like that with him on text or message or anything. Ever. Never. In all of our 5 or 6 years, I'd never ever spoken out to him like that before. I had finally had enough. I was like, don't you dare talk down to me. Don't you dare talk to me like I'm just some sort of fucking whore or piece of shit, you know? Like, that's not cool. So, yeah, sure. Like, I can say sorry for saying that stuff. I don't remember exactly without looking at it. I don't remember exactly what I said. I said something like, you know, fuck you for, you know, I just said a bunch of fuck yous. Basically, I just was like so mad. I was really hurt. It was basically built up hurt. And, you know, I'd been crying all night the night before. And probably that Sunday too. Had probably just been crying when he sent me that text. So it was like not the right time to send it to me. But he sent that to me. It was like, and the tone in his text was like really nasty. You know, it was very nasty. And so I just fired off a bunch of like really nasty stuff back at him. And I had been really crushed. Really, really crushed. So I sent it back to him. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. But, okay, sorry. Before I end this, it's now May. That was back in, that was back in March. Yeah, it was before April. So that was back in March. So March, April, June. So January, February, March. So March, April, May. So it was like 3 months ago. So I just kind of want to like leave it peaceful. Like I made a mistake. He made some mistakes. Yeah. The thing was I reacted bad. And I had never done that with him before, ever. I don't know if I ever said fuck you to him before. Maybe on a message once when he said it to me before. I don't know. But I had never lashed out at him like that before on any sort of messenger thing or anything. I had never done that before because I love him. I do. And at that point I felt so, after hearing about what he had told me the night before, how he'd gone and tried to find someone else while he was still, you know, talking with me. That just really hurt me. I wish back in December of 2022 he could have just told me, like, hey, so I'm ending things off with you. I'm going on dating apps. You could have done that. It would have been much better than this, you know, than this horrible ending, and then just never speaking, like not letting me have a peaceful ending with you. And it would have been better to just say to me back at that time, I'm gonna go, you know, hey, I'm ending things with you and I'm gonna go on dating apps. Who cares how I felt about it? It would have been better by principle. By principle, it just would have been better to do it that way than to lie to me and withhold it, and, like, you know, like, that just is silly, you know. That's really silly. Please get in touch with me, Grant, just to finalize things. Like, I know you think there's nothing to finalize, but there is. You need to do that before you move on to your next special person. Please contact me. I've spent a lot of money on Skype and other apps and stuff to try to reach you. I just want to finish it off well, okay? I'm not crazy. I'm not a bad person. I'm nice. I'll be nice with you. Let's be nice to each other. We have a lot of great memories together. Hey, I'm okay with you starting to, you know, date other people. Just please call me so we can say goodbye nicely. Will you do that? Please?